Hey guys, it's Pulsarr, and today I'll be showing you the differences between high sense and low sense on Rainbow Six Siege, as well as what the pros play on and how switching to low sense has helped me improve as a player. One thing I want to say is that if you play on controller, this video won't help you much because this is for keyboard and mouse, but if you guys want a controller guide video, be sure to like the video and comment down below, and I'll make sure to get around to that in a few days. With that said, enjoy the video. Hey guys, so first I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Honey. We got sponsored. We're Mr. Beast now. Everyone use Honey because Honey is good and you can save money and stuff. There you go. There's your sponsor. Here's a chart that has pretty much all the pro players and all their settings on it. So it's gonna show everything from mouse hertz, DPI, multiplier. Everyone keeps their multiplier on point two pretty much. But the columns we're looking at right now are gonna be DPI, horizontal sense, and vertical sense.
So what people do for DPI sense for horizontal and vertical is mostly 800 or 400 DPI. And then if you're running 400 DPI, you want to have usually 1010. That's what people do mostly. And then for people that run 800 DPI, 5.5 for sense, vertical, and horizontal. And then if you want it a little bit lower or higher, you mess with the vertical and horizontal sense.
Yeah, and pretty much the reason for everybody running 400 or 800 DPI is just so that they can keep their sense low and you can move your mouse more, but your movements are more precise. So if you think about it, if you think about your mouse and you move it just a little bit to the right, with low sense, obviously that can help you make small adjustments. But when you have higher sense, if you move your hand just a little more or a little less, that can mean you missing a headshot and like not getting a kill, which is why virtually almost all of these pro players and streamers and everybody, they all run this low sense so that they can like account for that human error that you can make when you can move your hand too much or too little. So if you look at players like Bolo right here, he runs 400 DPI and then 8.8. So obviously that's a little off of the 410-10, but that's because everyone has their own preference. But looking at it, just about everybody is going to be running that really low sense, especially the players that have really good aim.
And unlike console, this is like what I thought when I first switched to PC. I thought if you had low sense, that you weren't going to be able to make cool flicks and stuff like that. But low sense just means that you're more accurate, unless you're truly just aim training at high sense so much. Like, it just takes a lot more work. If you go on low sense, you could just be so much more consistent and accurate, and recoil control becomes easier. And on controller, maybe that's different because you just can't move very fast on a joystick. But on PC, you definitely should be rocking low sense.
Yeah, because like obviously you're gonna look at all these really good pro players, Shaiko, Musi, Min, and then they all here they got 412, 12. So obviously, yeah, like I said before, not exactly the 410-10 or the 800-5.5, but they do this because it's what they're most comfortable with. But what's gonna be consistent with pretty much every pro player is that you're running a very low sense, so it helps you make those quick adjustments. And usually with that, you're gonna have a bigger mouse mat. And that's the one setback of having lower sense, is just getting used to it and needing to buy that bigger mouse mat. But otherwise, everything that comes with it just makes your aim 10 times better.
Alright, so you guys can see the ranks on the right side of the R6 tracker page. This is my page. I'm kind of an aggressive player, so my KD's a little bit low, but you can see our on the highest MMR side. That was in November. That was Ember Rise. So you see how we went from Silver 2 Wind Bastion, Gold 3 in Burnt Horizon, Silver 1 Phantom Sight, and then Gold 3 in Ember Rise. That's when I changed my sense to make it lower. Because in Wind Bastion is when me and Pulsarr switched to PC, so we were still getting the mechanics down, and we were still bots completely. And then Burnt Horizon, we were starting to get a little bit better. Phantom Sight started to get a little bit better. And then Ember Rise, we got our mechanics down. We started to be able to actually kill people. And then Shifting Tides, Gold 3, Void Edge, Gold 1. And then this season, I got pretty high Plat 2.
Yeah, so we got into Plat 2 this season, which is pretty cool, and it really all comes down to just kind of like refining your aim, being able to win your gunfights. And I'll come over to my page where here's my KD trends. So you'll see back in May, my KD kind of used to be 0.6, but like it was always on a slow increase. But the biggest jump that it made was from October to November, right? Because November is when I switched from high sense to low sense. So that's when I went from somewhere around like 1600 DPI and 30 horizontal, 30 vertical in game. I switched from that down to 800.55, which is the same sense as Pangu right here. So 800.55. I didn't do it because of Pangu. I did it because I went over here. I looked at this page and I did pretty much what I told you guys about in that last recording. And here you'll see November, KD went up to 1.36. December it dropped. Obviously it's not going to be super consistent, but you can tell that my KD went from being somewhere on that 1.0, 0.8, 1.1, this area to being a consistent, or at least semi-consistent 1.3, 1.4. So 1.4, 1.4, 1.3, and obviously July it's kind of gone down a little bit, but I mean I've been focusing on content more, so it makes sense. Haven't been playing as much ranked. I've been focusing on content for you guys. And yeah, obviously you can see that, like, you know, our ranks went up from being silver to gold and plat, and you can still see that even with that rank increase, my KD was still going up. February was 1.5, and that's really, I think, pretty much all in the low sense. And then obviously our game sense improved a lot, but it mainly comes from the low sense, which is why I always try to convince everybody to switch to low sense. And I'm gonna hope this video did it for you guys. That's just about the video. I'll leave you guys to the rest of this T-Hunt that I was playing at the start. And if this video helped you out at all, maybe you could drop a like or check out my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.